Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's layout update. Should be a quick one, but I always say that. Things have been busy around here. A lot has, I guess, transpired since last week when I almost burned down my house. I was messing with the heater, and I think that the wick actually got stuck and wedged up or something like that because it wouldn't drop back down like it's supposed to. And I believe I burned up the wick, which nearly burned down my house and, of course, all my trains. But that's going to get fixed here in the probably next week or so. I'm just going to buy a new wick, replace it, and go through it with a fine-tooth comb, whatever I just tried to say, and everything. So this week, I've been cleaning a lot. So I've been cleaning the walls, and it's amazing how many cobwebs that were up here that I did not see. I have not attempted to clean the ceiling because I think if I do, all this tape will come down, and I think I'm just going to leave it alone. Went through and cleaned out the corners. You can see a little bit here and there, and I've started cleaning parts of the layout off. I got a Dyson vacuum that I can suck all this stuff up with and all that stuff, and you can see where a lot of the dirt's at. You can see every single little bit of black speck, that's all soot. And if it's in the grass, I'm not going to mess with it. But if it's on the road, I'll clean it up with the rooftops and stuff like that. My biggest concern was this water epoxy pour that I did. That last time I stuck my finger in there last week, it was still not cured. And the idea of bringing up the kerosene heater and stick it out here was I was going to heat this room up to about 80 degrees and just leave it at 80 degrees for about a full day after I blasted this water with the heat gun again to get it nice and clear. I mean, it still don't look bad, but now I got that soot in there, so I gotta probably spend an hour trying to pick every little bit of soot out. And this whole scene is, I love the way it looks, but this has been the biggest pain in the ass portion of the layout that I've had. And if I can't get this scene to look right, I'm just going to tear it out and redo it. And it won't be there no more. It'll just be something else. I don't know. But let's hope that we don't have to do that. You really can't see it that much anyway. So, I'll probably do that in years to come. But still working on the F7s. If you saw my last video, I think it's about 450 views. I got some detail parts coming in for it. I think the last of the detail parts. So next Wednesday or next Thursday will be that video. And I'm really happy with the way they're looking. See, there's some stuff I swept up, and looking good. I like that. Oh, that could be tonight's thumbnail. No, I don't think so. But let's see, what else? Cleaning. Let's talk about this little butt head over here. So when I worked for NS, any switcher that looked like this was called a butt head, even though back when these first came out, they were not called butt heads. They were called flat end switchers or something like that, or cab end, I don't know. But so I've been working on this, and this is straight DC, old school, pre-brass flywheel Athearn blue box. And it was given to me, so I really got $0 invested in it. I had that bell from something else, so that's going to go on there. And at some point, this might run on my industrial belt line or run in the yard or something like that. I think it'd be pretty cool. Got this Ohio Southern car hanging out. Having a lot of issues dealing with Benny Johnson and sending that to him. He opted on a cash prize versus a car. The man lives in Indonesia. Probably would have cost me $90 to mail it to him. So I sent him $40, and we called it even, and I still got the car. So, okay. So that worked out for me, I guess. And I guess the big news, on top of the big news, because I got a little announcement to make, the V&O car that I said I would give away at 2,000 subscribers. If we got 2,000 subscribers, or my channel did, before December 31st, this Home Shops Intermountain Virginian and Ohio coil car would be the next giveaway. Well, unless I get 225 subscribers in the next 3 weeks, that ain't gonna happen. So good news for me is I get to keep this car because I really wanted to keep it. And it is what it is. But maybe I'll do a giveaway with that next time. But there's going to be some stipulations. Because anytime you do something for the first time, you learn. Oh, so I've been going through looking for some of my scenery supplies. And I got this old Foot Locker. It's full of stuff. And found some plaster cloth and a couple other things. And I thought this was kind of neat. I found some more water too. Realistic water. That's what started this whole mess anyway. And I found this old pad of paper. And, you know, when I opened it up, this was from my very first, the planning efforts of a freelance Appalachian Lines model railroad. And I was going to call it the Chesapeake and Lake Erie because I didn't know that there was an interurban line called the Chesapeake and Lake Erie. And there's also somebody else has that name for their proto-fantasy railroad. So I'm glad I didn't go this route. But great minds think alike. But this is from February 1991. And I believe I was... where was I at? Desert Storm? I was in Desert Storm, I'm pretty sure. And I think I was in Iraq. And I was probably sitting out there just trying to... matter of fact, I was in Iraq on February. So I was probably sitting out there with a dim light, just trying to pass the time out of boredom. And, you know, we had guards out and stuff like that. So I wasn't too, I wasn't necessary for the security of the makeshift fob. If I remember right, we were lost anyway. And we were in the middle of a minefield. And the engineers had to come clear it so we could get out of it. Good times. What life was like when I was 19 and didn't give a shit about nothing. But, yeah, looking at my locomotive roster here, you know, I kind of, like it. Just, you know, I look back and I'm like, man, I was 18, 19 years old, and this is pretty neat at the time. Well, I guess I was 20 or 19, almost 20. I don't know. But, you know, I had different divisions written out, and it was going to run from Lake Erie down to, I don't know, maybe Charleston, South Carolina, something like that. But I thought this was really neat. You know, memories. My plan, all my passenger cars are going to be stainless steel with a gloss black undergear. I had 2 streamlined locomotives based on the NWJ that was modified. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the paper, not the screen. And I really loved, this is how old that is the paper's rubbed off on the other paper. But I really love the Challenger, so you can see I tried to mock this up as a Chesapeake and Lake Erie Q3 Mercury. Why I called it Mercury, I guess because it's going to be fast. I don't know. I use a lot of, I think, Greek mythology in some of this stuff too, you know. A lot of fireflies and stuff. And here's some drawings of my J2A Man of War. Look at that, man. I was doing all kinds of craziness. I used to be able to draw pretty decent. These are just rudimentary sketches, but still, it's kind of cool seeing some stuff like this and looking at my map. And, you know, I incorporated some trackage rights and named quite a few things. You know, I mean, it's kind of neat. But, you know, the things that don't work out help you to, you know, figure out what you're going to do in life, and especially when it comes to model trains, you know. But I even went through and detailed like each locomotive and what they were and what they weighed and, you know, tractive effort and stuff like that. And I don't even know how accurate any of this stuff was, but probably wasn't too much. But this is what you do when you're bored and you're on deployment and you don't have computers and you don't have cell phones, you don't have the interwebs. So, but here, let me show you my emblem that I came up with. I actually like this. I might have to use it for maybe a company or something like that, or maybe my belt line. But I thought that was pretty cool and very Pensy Keystone-ish. So, but I thought that was neat. Thought I'd share it with you. You can laugh at it and whatever, but it is what it is. This week I'll have the freight house build is continuing. I will talk about that. Only 722 more windows to cut out. It'll be awesome. And let me tell you about this scene right here. So this scene is I'm half ready to tear it out and half ready to rebuild it the way it is. And I poured the epoxy because I needed to use the epoxy before it got too old. So I poured the epoxy, and this epoxy, hard as a rock and poured perfectly, unlike the other side. Same bottles of stuff, same mixture, same ratio, everything. So I don't know. But I have a big MTH bridge that I will show you in just a second. That will be right here that spans the river. I have a guy on eBay that I've been talking to, Spencer Dash 3D is his eBay store name, and he does 3D printing of concrete arch bridges. So I'm going to take some measurements and rethink my my design here, and I may do a concrete arch bridge from this point all the way to the edge here, and just do like a rock face and just have it come straight off the track here, off this ground, and then that'll just be a rock face and then bridge, and do the same thing on the other side. And we'll see. I got to take some measurements and figure out what's going to happen, but I'm really kind of leaning that way because I think this would be a really cool scene. And I say it wouldn't be a lot of work, but it probably would be a lot of work. But we'll see. So let's go through here. Put up my curtain. It blends in with the sky. It actually keeps the heat in. About 65 out today, so it's about 65 in here. And here's that MTH bridge I was talking about. I've talked about this quite a number of times in the videos. And I built these approaches, these abutments, whatever you want to call them, a couple years ago, probably 4 or 5 years ago. And I'm just not happy with them, and just decided to scrap that plan and go with something else. But I love this bridge. Talked about it a million times. If you watch any of my videos, you know I've talked about it. Very proud of it. So, but one day it'll be in and I'm gonna be happy. I was going through some parts trying to clean, which is always an endeavor that never gets accomplished. And I found some street signs, and I found some railroad crossing bucks and some whistle posts. So I set them up here so that I could, you know, kind of plan where all that stuff's going to be, and I can cut them off. And I'll probably end up putting like a little Ziploc baggie, and then I'll tack them up here. That way there I got them, you know, readily available and everything. Been kind of playing with some trains, just switching and everything. Now here is the big experiment that I did. So if you've been watching my videos, you know I've been laying tile in the kitchen, and you know, I got my tile cutters all set up, and I had to clean this up, but I'm using a lot of mortar right now, or thin set if you would. And I decided that I came running out here, and I just thought I'd try to use some of that thin set and make some rock moldings. And you see my cat stepped on it. That cracked me up. I saw that this morning. And I sprayed these are rubber, and I sprayed them down with some Spam, and then I just put the thin set in there. And it don't look too bad, I guess. And this is a big one here. I don't even know if this is going to come out. I don't even know if I want to attempt to take this out yet. But it's still a little moist on the bottom here, so I'll probably just leave it like that for a while. And we'll see what happens. But these didn't turn out too bad. And I know what you're thinking. Why didn't I just use plaster? Well, because I got all this thin set that somebody is shooting outside. That's awesome. Kind of loud. Better not be shooting my deer. But I got all this thin set, and I just wanted to see if it would work. And that kind of worked, but I broke it breaking it out, or taking it out. So, but thought I'd show you that. It's an option. I try to save some money whenever I can, and see what this is going to look like. And this one here, I think it just busted all up. But, you know, it is what it is. It's an experiment. Sometimes you got to play around and see what works and what doesn't work. And sometimes things work out great, and sometimes they just work out a little bit. But overall, they don't look that bad. I can use them someplace, and if not, it didn't cost me nothing, because they were just going to get thrown away anyway. So we're at 14 minutes. Let me go in here. Let me hit pause. Aha, not what you expected to see. You thought you was going to see some trains. Well, I tell you what, some cool things are happening. I got an email the other day from John Chase at whistlestopmodels.com, and he has expressed an interest in working with me. I'm not quite sure what we're going to be doing. I'm thinking that it's probably going to be like him sending me some 3D printed items, me painting them and putting them on the layout, just kind of talking about them, giving them a shout out here and there and all that stuff. I kind of got the same relationship going with Eric Ernest at ernesttrains.com. If you go to ernesttrains.com, for some reason when I do it, there's a problem, you know, with my computer, or maybe it's the website, I don't know. But if you go ernesttrains.com/shop and then hit enter, it'll take you right to the website and you can shop away. He's got great stuff. So I got some videos planned for the future, probably February, where I will build a F-38 and F-36 and a couple of 3D printed cabooses that he has sent me. I think he also sent me like the DeLorean from the Back to the Future. So I'll paint it up too, because I got a little laugh out of that, because that's like one of my favorite movies. And I'll put that someplace, and maybe we'll do a little contest. If you can spot where it's at in the video or something like that, you'll get a car or something like that. I don't know. Whatever I can think of to make everybody happy makes me happy. And when you guys smile, I smile. And when you guys laugh, I laugh. As long as you're not laughing at me. You're laughing at me, we got a problem. I get butt hurt pretty easy. Not really. And also, you know, go check out homeshops.net. They've been collaborating with a lot of manufacturers lately. I think they've worked with, I think their latest announcement is Rapido for some Virginian and Ohio C30-7s. Pretty cool stuff. And, you know, that's in the Appalachian line scheme and everything. Blue and white locomotives. We can't go wrong with Virginian and Ohio. That's one of my favorites. So go check out those 3 websites. They may be somewhere on the screen as I was talking about them. We'll see. And if not, they are definitely in the descriptions. Go down there and show Eric, John, and Chris some love. You know, hits might not be the same as, you know, buying something, but hits, you know, they make a difference with the algorithm and all this other stuff. So, yeah, so go check them out. And we're probably about 17 minutes. I promise you, videos are going to start getting better. The plan for the next 6 months is going to be scenery. So if you are in the Lexington, North Carolina area and you know how to do some scenery, you know, send me an email, leave me a comment. And I'm thinking about doing a scenery party once a month for the next 6 months and just knock out a ton of scenery, because I tell you what, when you have a large layout, it's overwhelming. And I can't do everything myself, which I've tried to for the last 5 years. So Dwight, Slim, Dustin, Tony, Anthony, who else? LeVar, Quan, all you guys are about to get drafted to come down and do scenery. We're going to build some mountains and ballast work. So you guys, I'll let you guys pick. And if anybody is in the area or you want to, you know, participate in that, shoot me an email, HOScale modeltrains2022@gmail.com. It might be down here someplace, or it's in the description or in the profile. And you know, we'll do a oh my God, Dean, you have cursed me. Oh, and Dean, you're coming to do some scenery too. A competency test, because you know you gotta you know, pull the standard. But like, subscribe, comment, come back here in a few days, see what I talk about next. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support.